Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, Crafty. How are you? You're up kind of late, aren't you? Hi, Michelle. How are you? This is just a totally impromptu. I just felt like crocheting with some buddies. You guys doing okay today? You're a night owl? Ooh, no, not me. It gets to be about 9, and I'm like, that's way past my bedtime. I am. Right now, I'm doing really good. Are y'all working on anything? You're just kind of hanging out? I thought, well, I'd pop on here and see what everybody's doing. Are y'all working on anything? Marshall, what are you working on? Hi, Debbie. How are you, honey? I feel so bad, Debbie. I really, really, really am sorry. I misunderstood. I thought that you had wanted to have the lightweight yarn. I'm really, yeah, I'm still going to do my live tomorrow, 4:30. But I just wanted to it's like, that's like a scheduled thing. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? Lost in Time shawl. That is one of them I have on my uh, goals. That's one of the goals I have for the year is making one of those. Well, I don't want to say that all is good, but I'm doing good. I am home from work and I just wanted to crochet and hang out with all of you. Whoever comes in, I wasn't gonna, it's like impromptu. I got a new computer. So how does the picture and sound, how are they? Tani You're funny, Crafty. I was gonna do Tunisian Talk Tuesday on Wednesday, and then it didn't happen. And then Tunisian Talk Tuesday on Friday, and then that didn't happen. Hi, Deneen. Hey, I've got a question for you, Deneen. Why are you making so many of those pocket shawls? Is it because you've got orders for them? Is that I hope that you're making them and making some money off of them is what I'm hoping. As many of them as you've made. Mandala Sparkle and Draco. I'm not familiar. I'm not really familiar with all the mandala yarns. So I don't know, but I love sparklies. I love sparklies. And I guess they're selling really well then, Deneen, right? If you, what, you've got like 81 done, or you probably made a couple since then. Now, Deneen, is there a certain pattern that you do each time? And how long has it been how long does it take you to make just one? Curious, 72. Okay. Hey, Tris, how are you? I saw that you had put out a video and I haven't watched it yet, honey. I'm going to, though. Oh, that's sweet of you. Yeah, it was just an impromptu, and I'm just glad you were able to pop in. Yes, I did get a very small piece. Yeah, but I couldn't hear anything that was being said. And I need to go back and watch again. Oh, that does sound very pretty, Marshall. Marshall, I'm sorry. I am wanting to finish up this. I'm hoping to finish up this particular shawl tonight. I want to finish up this shawl tonight. I just have a couple more rows I want to do with this Tunisian. It's just taken a long time. This one is because it's a number one weight. It's a fingering weight yarn. And Bonnie, I will have to look at that. You know, I am very interested in stuff like that. Very interested. What I want to do is, I know that one of the very first hooks was actually a flat, thick one, it was like flat, but it had like the hook and then it got wide, how to hold it. Hi, Lou. Lou, I decided to do this instead of a Zoom. I hope that's okay. No, no. It had nothing to do with you, Crafty. It had everything to do with me. I was at work and I didn't have my earbuds in, and yeah, I think that's what it's called, a shepherd's hook. I think there was another name for it. I think Kim from uh Affordably Crafty, I think she did a little research on it too. And I know somebody, I can't remember who it was, somebody actually bought one, and I can't remember who it was, but they were using it. Hi, Nana, how are you? So anyway, I'm doing this. This is my mindless project right now. So I'm just doing this shawl. I've got about, I think I'm only going to do maybe another, like another one of these tooth section things. Hi, Hannah. How are you today? That's what it's called. Yeah, tambour. I would really be interested in just trying it. I mean, how was it different? Do you go into detail about that kind of hook, or do you know much about it, Bonnie? Because I know it's not as old as knitting. Knitting is very old. Yeah. Do you guys have like goals that you've set for yourself? Projects that you want to do, or like learning something new? And since this is a nice small group, if you guys want to share with me something that you would like to hear me talk about on my lives, or if there's a specific video that you want me to try to do, I really do want to do this Tunisian Talk Tuesday. The problem is that Tuesdays are my long days. They are, I call them my long days because I don't really get off work until 6:45. So by the time I get home and have dinner, and I mean, it's time for me to turn around and go to bed. Sabrina, darling, you're up very late. Oh, I am so glad to see you. How have you been, Sabrina? It was so good to see you posting another video, which made me very happy. You always make me smile. Every time I hear your voice, you make me smile. Have any of you done Tunisian, by the way? Hi, Lorley. How are you, honey? I hope you're doing well this evening. Lorley, did you get my package yet, honey? Oh, yeah, Crafty, that is very doable. You know, I tell you, you follow or you watch Ophelia Talks, right? Anya from Ophelia Talks. I think I've seen you in there. And she has those bags of she sells those bags of yarn now. And you know, get one or two of those. That would be really neat. Yeah, it's very late where you are. Yes. Oh, that's so nice of you to say, Sabrina. Thank you. Then maybe, Bonnie, I'm not sure then that's what I'm thinking of. No, these were definitely crochet hooks, but they were thin, and I think they were so that your loops would be bigger, so that when you put it on your hook, you'd pull it up and it would make your loop bigger. I'm not sure. Yeah, but you know, I'm getting to the point, you guys, where I used to not like getting, and I haven't bought any of them yet, but you know, those when they sell those kits. Marshall, is that you, honey? Oh, hi. Blessings to you too. I have been missing you. I'm so glad you're here. I am loving this Tunisian, by the way. It is addicting. It really is addicting, especially when you get into, you know, it's the same pattern over and over and over again. It's like it's mindless, but it's still fun. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it's fun. Well, anyway, as I was saying, I never even considered getting kits to make blankets. I kept thinking that's just silly, you know, why bother? But then it was like I started rethinking that after watching Anya from Ophelia Talks, and she sells these packets of yarn, and she doesn't sell the patterns, but I'm thinking, you know what? Those packets that are sold, whether it's in the Hirschner's catalog or you know whatever catalog wherever you find them, buy a kit instead of buying individual skeins of yarn. That way you'll have less like almost like not waste. I don't want to say waste, but you know, like having it on your shelf and your stash, all this stuff left over. Hi, Crystal. How are you? I am making an asymmetrical Tunisian scarf or shawl rather. And I'm almost done. I'm hoping that by the time I end the broadcast, then I will have it done. I'm hoping. And then all I have to do is block it. I know that's one thing with Tunisian that a lot of people don't like is that the fact that it curls up. It doesn't bother me. Let's see here. I think I missed somebody. I'm making, okay. I'm working on their favorite colors and going from there. Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, and sometimes they bleed over, you know, to other colors. You know what? I think one of the names of the stitches is Afghan stitch. And I don't know if that's considered the simple stitch or I don't know. I just follow the directions. Hi, Leanne. How are you? It's not a wire. It's a well, it's kind of like a wire, but it's like a little plastic tube, and then it has a oops, it has a little stopper on the end. Yeah, it's a little stopper. And this is one of my big things that I really, really wanted to do this year is I really wanted to work on Tunisian. And so, hi, Maribel, how are you? How is the sound, everybody? I've got a new computer. I just set it up a little bit ago, and I am loving the setup and everything. It seemed very easy to do, and it seemed like the speakers worked really well. So tell me how I sound to you all. Marshall, tell us about how are you coping? For those of you that are unfamiliar, Marshall had lost her home last year, and it was really sad, and we were really praying for her. Hi, homeless are humans too. Tell me your first name so I can call you by your first name. Hi, Jody. Thank you, guys. Okay, good. I'm glad that the sound is good. Yeah, I had my last computer. I mean, I tried turning it on yesterday, this morning. I can't even remember. I think it was yesterday, right? And it wouldn't turn on. It just wouldn't turn on. And yeah, I've had my new computer sitting in it. I just haven't plugged it in and started it up yet. So I did today, and I'm glad because I really wanted to be with you guys. Okay, all right. Are you new to my channel? So, Marshall, can you tell us a little bit? Did you, yeah, it did. The old computer said, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm too old. I can't keep up with you youngsters anymore. Are you able to rebuild or did you find another home? Can you tell me? Hey, Cynthia. Okay, that's all right, honey. Are you celebrating with your son, with Nathan? Are you celebrating with him today? Today is Nathan. That is Cynthia from Sin's Crafting World. Today is Nathan's birthday, right? Oh, okay. Well, that was sweet of her to send you over. She's just a doll baby. She makes me very happy the way she is just such an encourager, an encouragement in this whole crochet community. And I love that. Hi, Liz. How are you? I'm working on my asymmetrical Tunisian shawl with the tooth edge. Hold on just a minute. Let me finish this one forward pass and then I'll show it to you. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, bed is good. Bed is good. Yeah. And you know what? I tell you what, Sin, I think the older I get, the earlier I go to bed. But then again, I get up really early too. My body just, your body does what it's going to do. And if it wakes up at 4:30, it's going to wake up at 4:30. That's what mine does. Okay, let me see. Almost finished here with this. And for those of you that are not familiar with, hey, Kitty Mom. Oh, honey, you told me your name before, and is it Mary? No, it's not Mary. Is it Penny? I can't remember. I'm so sorry. But this is the shawl, and I'm saying I'm almost done. So I think I'm just going to do a little bit more. And then see, these are 5 rows high and I'm on my 4th row here. So I'm going to do 1 more row here on this one. And then I'm going to do 5 more rows and then I'm going to be done. I did. It's Penny. Did I get it right? Yay. Shell, hi. Oh, what are you going to watch? What are you going to watch? I love movies. I love movies. Hi, Sadie. How are you? I tell you what, Penny, I am not a squares project person. I just really am not. I don't know what it is. If it's squares, I just don't care for it. I don't know what it is. Liz, I'm using a #1 fingering weight. It's the Hobby Lobby hand-dyed yarn. Oh, of course. Liz, you know what? It looks a whole lot more tricky than it really is. And to me, it's just so, I want to do a beginning Tunisian thing. You know what? Let me see here if I've got yarn I can use. I might just tell you something real quick about Tunisian. Oh, okay, Shell. You have fun watching them, and you got to keep her there if he's going to watch those Hallmark movies with you. You got to keep her. I tell you what, there's more patterns now than there used to be, but there's still not very many, and that is very disappointing. I was watching. Her name is Tony Lipsy, and she's from TL Yarn Crafts, and she does a lot of Tunisian. And I was watching one of her tutorials, and she was showing how to do one stitch. And she said, but you need to do this. Don't do this because then you'll increase. And I'm like, yeah, but that would make a great shawl if you did it. So I'm like, I might actually, try just coming up with some new patterns. I don't know. I've got a book, but I'm not too thrilled with the way it's written. I'd like to be able to um, understand all the different stitches because I'm that way. I can, if I can figure out how the stitches worked and what it looks like once it's worked, just let me go and I can do it. Okay, Liz, I've got oh, that's okay. Oh, you lurk away. So I thought I had put it here. Let me see if I still have it. Yes. All right. If you've got a regular hook that is not let's see here. See a need, fill a need. Yeah. So if you've got a regular crochet hook that doesn't have an ergonomic handle, you can learn how to crochet. You can learn how to crochet. Oh, excuse me, Tunisian. I'll show you how that. If you want, let me know and I'll do that real quick right now. I can show you how. I have, let me see if I can find, and I've got yarn right here that I can show you. Okay. All right. So it's so easy. And we're just going to start with 10. Okay. So chain 10. Okay. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 10, right? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Penny, to practice, just get a regular hook. That's all you need. In fact, I did my very first Tunisian project was actually an entrelac blanket that I'm still working on. It's in the closet. And it was from Mikey from Crochet Crowd. And all he used was a regular, in fact, his was an ergonomic hook. And so it just had this much because you only had to do 5 at a time or 6 at a time or something like that. Well, Penny, just do a little bit at a time. Okay. So you guys know how to find the back bump of your stitches. Okay. You're just going to go in to the back stitch of each one and draw up a loop and just leave it on your hook. Go into the back stitch, and this is the tricksy part, and draw up a loop and do that all the way across. And when you're all done, you'll have 10 loops on your hook. I like entrelac too, but I find that if I do it for more than just 20 minutes or so, I have so many hand problems and wrist problems. Hand, wrist, oh, and my elbow. Okay. All right. So who wanted to, Liz, did you catch that? Yeah, I bet you could. I bet you could because it's right there. Okay. This is 10 loops right there. You probably could do, hi, Gina. You could probably get 20 on here as long as you don't, let it fall off the back. Liz, are you still with us? Okay. Now you're going to yarn over and draw through one loop. Basically, you just made a chain. Then yarn over, draw through 2, 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 and just do that all the way across. And it takes a little bit of time to get used to how to hold your hook, and you're holding, and it kind of looks funny, but you know, every time you start a new stitch or something, it's a matter of figuring all that out, right? And there you go. You just did your first row. Look at that. Yeah, Bonnie, that's a great idea. You could wrap a rubber band, or if you have some polymer clay or anything there, you know, just put it right there on the end. So there you go. You got your first row. Hey, Noni May, how are you, honey? And Liz, when you're ready, I'll show you the next part. Yeah, you're right, Lorley. You could easily make it. I mean, because wait a minute. See, it's wide enough for sure. Okay, are you ready for the next one? This is something that is better to be taught overhead, but I'll show you here. There's different parts to the stitch, okay? This is called the vertical bar. And then here's another one, the vertical bar. You see these vertical bars? They just go up and down right here. Okay, so you're going to put your hook back in, and you're going to go through the first vertical bar. There. Pull up a loop, draw through, and pull it up onto your hook. And you're just going to keep doing that all the way across. Every vertical bar, you draw up a loop. Yeah, this would be so much better overhead, but you kind of get the idea. You're just pulling up a loop through each one of those vertical bars, Liz. This is the Tunisian simple stitch, by the way. So we're doing a Tunisian talk on StreamYard on a Saturday. Okay, yeah. All right, and then you're going to go all the way through. Now the last one, it looks like a chain, okay? I mean, it looks like your regular chain here at the very end, and you go to the side and you look and you see the chain stitch. You're going to go through the top 2 parts of that chain, because basically all we're going to be doing is chaining on a chain. For those of you that are just coming in, I'm kind of like showing how to do the Tunisian simple stitch on a regular hook. Hi, Sherry. Yes, you can. You can see them real well. Okay, so I just pulled up a hook, all the loops, and there's still 10 loops on there. There's still 10 on the hook. Hi, Tara. Hi, Terry. And then you're going to go start all over again. You're going to draw up a loop. You're going to yarn over, draw through just 1, then yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, all the way across. There you go. And when you do that, all the way across, there you go. That's what you get. And you can still see all those vertical bars. See? All across there. And you just keep doing that over and over and over again. Hi, Glenda. How are you? Sherry, I hope you're okay with doing this instead of a Zoom. I hope it made sense, Terry. And I just, I really think it's important. A lot of people say, well, okay, Crafty, get some sleep. Okay, I'll see you on the lives tomorrow. Um, you don't have to wait until you get a Tunisian hook. You can use a regular hook just to practice your stitches, and you could actually make, squares. Not that I would make squares, but you guys know what I'm saying. That's how easy it is. That's right, Lorley. Yeah, I'm doing good right now, Glenda. How are you? Yeah, I figured, I wanted to get together with everybody, but I still wanted to crochet. I thought, well, this would be a good venue, right? And it is StreamYard, so if anybody wants to come on with me, feel free. If they're wanting to show what they're working on or anything. Yeah, so one of the very first videos I wanted to do overhead about Tunisian was talking about that, just like the anatomy of the stitch, basically. Showing like the different parts of the stitch, the vertical bars, the horizontal bars, they call them the legs, all different things. I'm glad you were able to understand that, Liz. Yeah. I I really, for those of you that are new to my channel or new to getting to know me, I'm one of these kinds of people that when I learn something new, it's like, oh, I've got to do everything in that, you know? And hold on just a second, Gina, and I'll hold it up because I'm almost at the end of this row. I want to make everything in it. And then I'll have all these other projects on the back burner, pretty much. Okay, so let me put my stitch marker in here so I won't pull it. All right, Leanne, great. So this is an asymmetrical shawl, and it's got, yeah, it started off, it was going pretty quick when it was, this little. But the bigger it got, the more it took. But the only reason it's taking so long, it wouldn't have taken me this long to do it, but because I'm using a fingering weight yarn, and so everything is like really little, but I love the way the stitches are turning out. So this is what the simple stitch looks like when it's all worked up. See, you see all those little bars. I just love it. And I love the way I did the color changes here. And I was getting a little bit worried, to tell you the truth, and about doing the color changes. But again, I watched a video and they was, wow, are you kidding me? Kelly, how are you? Hey, 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 girl. Thank you. Yeah, I'm almost done. Now, okay, I think you could probably see it's like curling up and it's not wanting to stay flat. Um, Lordly, a friend of mine, Joe from Joe's Web, sent me the free pattern link, and it's I mean, it was so easy. The hardest part was the increase edge. And even that, look how pretty that looks. And I think I did it wrong. Honest, I think I did it wrong, but I like the way it turned out. So, um, so what I'm going to do is when I finish it this evening, that's my goal is to finish it this evening. I just finished, I was showing you guys, I just finished that 5th row over here, and I'm going to do five more rows above it, and then I'm going to be done. It's crocheting, it's Tunisian crochet, and it's using 2 different yarns. I'm using, this is a gray color, and then this has some grays and tans and like tans and more like a chocolatey brown. But I just love those 2 together, and they were full skeins. And I mean, I might have used of this one, I think I used maybe half or 2/3 of the skein, and this one I used about 2/3 to 3/4 of it. So yeah, and these are the Yarn Bee hand dyed yarns, the Hobby Lobby hand dyed yarns, the Hanks there. But I'm going to block it, and so I like blocking, and if you guys haven't tried doing that before, it's not as I mean, you need to have something to lay it on, obviously, but I've got some blocking boards, and I'm going to since it is wool, I'm going to use some kind of a wool wash or some kind of a very, very mild detergent. I got several little pod things that were part of some orders that I got. So I'm going to use one of those and get it nice and soaking wet, and then wring it out. Not wring it out, but I'm going to get all the extra out. Kelly, how's it going, girlfriend? My Georgia, Alabama. Alabama. I remember your shirts. You're an Alabama fan, right? Roll Tide, right, Kelly? Anyway, I'm going to block it overnight, and hopefully it'll be dry in the morning. Oh, yeah. Yeah, ombre would look good too, for sure. And honest to goodness, anything would look, I mean, if you used a solid color all the way, it would really highlight the stitches. Hi, Kelly. Yeah, stitch in, right? Crochet in, knit in, stitch, whatever you've got. Get your spinning wheel out and do some spinning. Whatever you want to do. Hi, Judy. How are things with you? How are things in your neck of the woods? Oh, Kelly. Well, listen, honey, I do understand. I really, really do. Um, is your mom disabled? I don't mean to pry. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. But I do understand having to deal, or not, I don't say that, I shouldn't say it, but having to take care of parents, yes. You, really? Look at you go, Lou. Good girl. Are you talking about the Tunisian simple stitch? You just did that? You rock. That's amazing. Oh, Kelly, bless you. I know exactly what you're going through. I I don't want to, I can't discuss it on here because this is actual recorded, you know. So, yeah, that I know it's tough. Now, the place where you have her, are you able to are you able to visit her? Or do they have measures set up with COVID that you're not allowed to go in and see her? Which shawl to, oh, that shawl. No, I haven't. If you could see my whip cart, you would go, girlfriend, you really do need to start finishing those things. Oh, that is so sad. And she probably right now just doesn't understand so much, right? Mm, that is so sad. I'm really sorry, honey. I will be praying for you, Kelly. We've got some such wonderful prayer warriors in this group. I tell you what. Okay, so let's see here. I asked earlier, is there anything specific that you guys would like for me to discuss or talk about or show or whatever on my live tomorrow? Is there anything? I'm really open to suggestions. Oh, Kelly, that is so sad. Now, is that when she was born? Is that the year she was born? And I know at this point, I don't know this for sure, but I bet it's more difficult on you and your family than it is on her, which makes it very difficult. Oh, wow. She's 90 years old, honey. She's lived a good long life. Wow. And yeah, but it's tough, right? It's tough no matter how old. Uh-huh. I know these feelings well. Mhm. Kelly, if you want to talk more, to vent, come on over on go over and email me, okay? Because I can email you and we can talk. You can vent to me if you want. Is anybody working on anything this evening while they're listening in and chatting? Has everybody had the day off? Oh, Kelly, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's Petra's Happy Place at Gmail, okay? Petra's Happy Place at gmail.com. Oh, that sounds lovely, Bonnie. You know, I was going to tell you guys, yesterday, was yesterday? Day before yesterday. Oh, I can't even remember. The days are all gone together. Anyway, no, it was yesterday. When I went into the UPS store, there was a gal there, and she saw my yarn that I was sending out. Hi, Pat. How are you? I am making a I can't remember, I can never remember the name of it, but it's a Tunisian shawl, asymmetrical shawl. But there was a gal in there and she was doing her stuff, and then I was um Joanne, hi. Oh, I'm glad you made it. She saw my yarn and she asked me, she said, oh, listen, do you crochet? She didn't ask, do you knit? She said, do you crochet? And I said, why, yes, I do, which got us to talking. Okay. Yeah, occasionally. Mr. Happy says, I crochet occasionally, tongue in cheek. And she said she did too. And we got into a conversation. She started weaving recently, and she bought herself a huge weaving machine. I don't know if that's what they're called. And anyway, she was telling me that she and her best friend crochet together, but since they live so far away, what they're doing is they're crocheting blocks. Hi, Christina. How are you? They're crocheting blocks, and then there one is a colorway for one of the gals and the other one's for the other gal. And so they're crocheting the blocks and putting them and assembling them together so that they'll have a combination of the both of them in two different blankets. Isn't that neat? Oh, Lori Dodson. How are you, my friend? Knitting a sweater. Oh my goodness. You are brave. You are a brave woman. Oop. Oh, I do. Yeah. This is the first and only time I've ever done it. Having this YouTube channel. And I mean, I'm not really crocheting with anybody like in the same room, but I feel like I am. Oh, wow. Kelly, that is so sad. I know that's got to be hard. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, would you, I mean, in the groups that you're involved in, would they allow get-togethers? Like, for instance, Kelly was talking about the prayer shawl group. Would they allow get-togethers in like a home where there's only so many people, or like in a fellowship hall where there, you know, you'd have only so many people, but and everybody's wearing masks? Hi, Lynn. How are you? Hi, Doreen. I haven't seen you before, have I, Doreen? You've been crocheting 35 years. Wow. Great. Then maybe what you ought to do is maybe suggest it. Say, you know what, I'm really needing some companion time, some like having some kind of interaction, you know? Oh, it's not your first one. Oh, well. No, knitting, knitting, I haven't had the fascination with it. I mean, I know how to, like if somebody were to say, okay, I want you to do a purl stitch, I would know what a purl stitch is, but I just don't like doing it. Oh, yeah, well, that's understandable, right, Kelly? Okay, so tell me one thing that you had wanted to accomplish this year that you've already done. It could be crochet related, knit related, some kind of a goal or something that you had really wanted to do this year and you feel good because you've actually accomplished it already. Anybody? Well, nice to meet you, Doreen. Really nice to meet you. Let me do that again. Yeah, sometimes knitted projects do look nicer. But you know what I'm finding is that when you use a smaller, or I should say small, thinner weight yarn, I think on some things it looks better. So, like if you were making um, like if you were going to make a sweater out of this stitch, yeah, it would take a little bit longer. That would be nice, right? Okay, so Lori made your cable sweater with the knitting. Yes. Lynn donated baby items. Yes. Uh, haven't made any yarny items since. Okay, so Gina, since you hadn't done anything, are you saying you've done something because you've actually made something now? Is that what you're saying? Um, Oh, well, that's neat, Doreen. Well, I hope you keep enjoying it. Hi, LLB Vintage. Sherry started to write a pattern. Yay! I can't wait to see it. Yay, Leanne. Good for you. Oh, cable and crochet and knit. Two separate things. Okay, gotcha. You're using your yarn again. I am very glad for you, Gina. Is it a stress reliever for you? Okay, for those of you that had a goal and you completed it, Was it as challenging as you had built it up to be in your mind before you actually started it? Isn't that a good question? That's amazing, Lorley. Great job. Oh, excuse me. Mm. Yes, they are. They're very good for anxiety. And Lorley, I would imagine that you could, if you taught your granddaughter some kind of handcraft, that might help her um, just with her motor skills. That might help her with her motor skills. Has anybody been binge watching anything on TV lately, on any of their streaming sites? Oh, here's a good one. What's your go-to streaming site? Right now, I Mr. Happy and I we watch we don't watch everything on it, but um we love BritBox. Love BritBox. Right, Lori, isn't that it, and you sit back and you go, man, I could have done that years ago. I really could have done that before. And I made it out to be so much more difficult than it really is. Yeah, because I have Bonnie Bay, or Bonnie Barker, I should say, her book on Celtic cable sweaters, and I do want to do one. But I also have I have a lot of her tutorials in my private playlist that I really would like to just do one of her, I don't know, make it a smaller project, maybe one of those Lorna, wait a minute, Luz Van Dorna. Oh, it was a really weird name. I can't remember it now. Hulu and Amazon, Heartland and Netflix. I've not heard of Heartland. Um, oh, that's sad. It'll be okay. Just yeah, slow but sure, right? BritBox is good, Joanne. They have a good selection anywhere from, they have comedy, they have drama, documentaries, and because it's British TV, there's a lot of documentaries on castles and royalty and all that kind of stuff. That's neat. um, Found you from Billy. Wait a minute, what? And I missed somebody else's comment here. Hi, Sandy. How are you doing, sweetness? The White Princess, the White Queen, and now the Spanish Princess. Where are those, Sherry? Oh, you know what, Doreen? That's not me. I'm not the one who sent those squares. It's a different lady with the same name. Um, and I think her name of her channel is, I want to say Cozy Fox. I think it's Cozy Fox, something like that. Okay. Death in Paradise is great. Comedy, detective. You know what? I wanted to try it. Mr. Happy said, mm-mm. And I realized that, and we were just talking about it before I went live, as a matter of fact. Mr. Happy doesn't like um, those sitcoms and things like that and comedies. And I realized what it is. His sense of humor
It's more British.
is, well, but they were saying this show Death in Paradise, which is on BritBox, is really cute, but you don't want to watch it because why? The dumb. Let's see here. Sandy was asking a question. I was asking a question earlier, actually, two of them. What streaming service do you like most or is your go-to? And the second one was, is there anything specific that you would like for me to discuss on my live tomorrow night? You're having a snuggly night with Mr. Right. I love it. Then what are you doing chatting on here? Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. Thanks for showing the love. Wasn't it amazing, Sherry? Oh, it was amazing. And guess what? I already bought the other follow-up books and I read them. I read, let's see, it would have been the second, third, and fourth one. So yeah, now I got to get the fifth one. But instead of reading that, I found one book that Mr. Happy got me for birthday, so I'm going to read that one next. Netflix or Crave. Crave, that's interesting. I've not heard of that one either. Hulu and Disney. Yeah, Netflix. I like Netflix. Yeah. And that's what we have too. I have Roku and yeah, we don't have the basic cable or anything like that. All we have is the streaming service. But Mr. Happy found me something. And it's, what's the name of that channel? The streaming service? Pluto?
Yeah.
Pluto. And he found me the Carol Burnett channel. Ah, I love Carol Burnett. It was really very nice. I couldn't believe who the mystery writer was. Who would have thought? I know, right? And I just finished reading her story in the Bridgerton. So that is really, I love that book. I love them all. I love them all. And I found out my last one that I was reading actually was on Audible. You could have gotten it on Audible. And I know I love the idea of audiobooks, but I just love reading so much. It's like, okay, that's fine, Sandy. Love you, girl. Enjoy your evening. What's it made out of? What's it made out of, Joanne? Because I think that's going to make a difference. Do you watch anything? What do you watch on Pluto, Kelly? I actually would like to get I think it's called Pure Flix. Oh, I would say yes. You can definitely do that. I would definitely put it on low heat or no heat, but I would suggest going ahead and laying it flat the last little while. You know, get it out when it's just barely damp and just laying it you might want to do that. Oh, but they don't have it anymore. Oh, hi, Laura. Talking about sleep, and now I'm gonna want to feel like going. I'm glad you stopped to say hello, dear. Hey, Laura, I wanted to tell you something. One of my very, very, very favorite videos that you ever did was that oh, that Dr. Seuss. I don't know if that's what you called it, but the crochet with Dr. Seuss. I love that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And in fact, every time I see one of those shirts, I see a shirt sometimes, you know, like one of those hoodies or something on Facebook that you can buy. And it says all those things on it. And it's like, they copied from Laura. Pure Flicks. Yeah. Yeah. And there's another one, Pure Flicks. There's one that they advertise for on Facebook sometimes. And I just want to get something that has those wholesome family movies, the ones that you don't have to worry about, are they going to throw a token scene in there just because of that, you know? Yeah, the reason why they might say that, Joanne, that they don't want you to put it in the dryer is sometimes that's where the pilling comes in and you don't want the fibers to pill. And so they want you to lay it flat sometime. I don't know if that's the case with that particular yarn, but and to tell you the truth, laying it flat to dry is kind of like the same as blocking in a way. And so I would think that this you would keep the stitch definition if you laid it flat as opposed to putting it in the dryer. Oh, Doreen, you're asking the wrong person, girl. I have no idea. Have no idea. All I would say is I would go onto YouTube and type in knitting dropped stitch in knitting, and maybe something will pop up. I'm sure something will pop up. Oh, good, good, good. Penny, that's a good point. Yes. Very good point. All right, we talked about what is something that you've accomplished so far. What is something else that's on your to-do list for the year? Like one of the things that you want to make sure that you accomplish this year in your yarn journey. No, I was just watching a video on that, Joanne, as far as wool. Wool is it has something in it, and you need to actually soak it in a wash. Water is not going to do it. You have to have it soaked in a wash and have it really, the wash breaks down and lets the fibers absorb the moisture. And yeah, so Kelly, it might help you focus, or maybe just kind of like relax your mind after spending some time thinking about your mom, maybe just picking up your crochet and just unwinding for a little bit. Maybe it will help you a little bit. Yeah, I believe so, Joanne. I think so. Good. That's a good one. To actually make something usable, right? Right, Penny? Hi, Samantha. How are you, hon? I hope we've been helpful, Joanne. Yeah, and I always think about what Joanne, I think about what Crystal from Bag of Day says. She says that even if it says that you can machine wash on the label of something, she says she hand washes everything that she makes. She said because she doesn't like the idea of having put so much time and effort into something and having it ruined. So she would rather just do all the hand washing for all those kinds of things. So full of new yarn. Where did you get your yarn? You binge watch NCIS. That's not a bad show to binge watch, I don't think. I think that might be a good one. I was thinking about doing Grey's Anatomy, but I was thinking, there's too much drama in that one. I don't think I want to do that one. I watched it when it very first started, and I like Private Practice. Oh, you guys, you know what one of my favorite shows was years and years ago, and that was L.A. Law. I used to love that show, L.A. Law, with Harry Hamlin and what's that girl that played on uh the Partridge Family?
Susan Day.
Susan Day. Yes, Susan Day was in there. I love that. Yeah, I think the only thing I would actually put in the washer myself would be blankets. I don't think I could hand wash blankets, but everything else I'm going to hand wash. Well, that's not true because I've made those summer tops that I've washed many times now. Congratulations, Samantha. Yeah, that's why I don't mind doing the blankets. But when it comes to my wearables and things like that, no, I'll hand wash it. And that's why I have a huge stack of stuff that I have to. Yeah, Penny, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, and it had several really good actors in it. Let's see, they had the guy with the glasses. I don't remember. Oh, did somebody say that they were okay, Bonnie? Good night, honey. Have a wonderful evening. Sleep well. Hi, Melody. How are you? I'm great at what? What am I great at? I don't I don't think I'm great at all that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Glenda, fire away, girl. Oh, interesting, Joanne. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I just don't know. Hi, Dee. How are ya, Miss Lurker? Working and a lurking, lurking and a working. That sounds like it could be a song. If you have a pattern calling for a bulky 5, what size hook would I have used using DK for pattern calling for 5 bulky size? What would I use for DK3? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm really not sure about that. Um, I think it's going to depend on what the item is that you're trying to make. Oh, they're screaming at you. Oh boy, you better get going before they start butting you. Bye, Laura. Okay. And it's definitely a pattern. It's a pattern, Glenda, that you're doing it from. Is it something that you can fudge? Yeah, I would agree with Judy and Sherry. Yeah, use whatever the ball band calls for. But I know what you're saying though, because if the pattern is calling for a 5 weight, but you want to use a 3 weight, you're wanting to know if you should use a much larger hook, right? To get the kind of gauge that you're wanting. Use your own measurements. Then I would use whatever size hook you want, honey. If you want the fabric to be woven closely together, use use whatever the the ball band recommends. Otherwise, use a larger one. Whatever you want to use, whatever you feel comfortable. Especially if you're using your own measurements. You see what I'm saying? You could do it whatever you want. Oh, don't worry about it, Sherry. Love you, and thank you so much for joining me on my impromptu. Glenda, I have used bamboo on a top, and as much as I love the feel of it when it's done, it is a bear to work with. In fact, I was going to use a bamboo yarn, and I bought the bamboo yarn for a top, and I started, and it took me forever just to do the first row because it kept splitting on me, and I ended up, forget it, I'm not using bamboo. Ah. Hi, Kim. How are you? Hey, Kim, did you talk to or did you watch Sandy's video the other day about what she forgot to put in something? Okay, I missed something, Doreen. You're in a church group and the congregation has used to bring what? Bring yarn in? They bring yarn in? Is that what they're doing? Melody, are you still there lurking? If so, do you have a channel? Oh, well, Kim, let me tell you, Kim. She forgot to put a card in a box. That's all I'm saying. Oh, good point, Glenda, because that's what I was using. I was using Trueboo, and I mean, I love Trueboo, but I think I'm going to have to use a larger hook than what's recommended, and um and a bigger, like a lacier type stitch. Because yeah, I mean, I tried and tried and tried. I love the colors that I had. It looks so pretty. You know what maybe I'll do? Maybe I'll make I have enough of it. I might make like a baby blanket. What would a baby blanket in bamboo look like? Yeah, I think we do too, Kim. You're right about that. Yes, Glenda, I love chain spun yarn. Who makes that bamboo pop? Is that Bernat? Samantha, you and I are asking the same question. That's funny. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see. Um, so you don't have a place that needs those mats. Is that what you're saying, Lorley? Okay, Glenda. Okay, Glenda. All right, who else is lurking out there? Hi. Hi, Tracy. Did it warm up in Alabama? Marnie, how are you? Oh, I'm so glad to see you. How are you feeling, honey? Oh, me either, Kelly. I haven't mastered it either. I just wing it for the most part. I would teach somebody, but at the same time, I'd probably mess it up as I was trying to teach it, and mess everybody up. Ooh, Glenda. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I have stopped entering giveaways. I know I shouldn't, but I do. I mean I like the idea of giveaways, but I've got so much yarn already. I wouldn't know where to put it all. Oh, well, you need to join some of these lives, Marnie. This is so much fun. And, just to kind of hear what other people are up to, and maybe they could, give you some inspiration. Glenda, what, the feeling about having too much yarn? Okay, so Marnie, you need to do more crocheting because I think, just a theory, honey, but you can get depressed about, like so much. But we need some encouragement in our life and a bright spot. So find some really pretty yarn. No, Tracy, I am not knitting. I am on my last row of Tunisian. I'm doing it. Look, Tracy, isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? Yeah, I can imagine that's universal. Universal yarn made in Turkey. So where do you get it? Do you order it from like Hirschner's? Is that where you get it from? Or, I mean, how do you get that pop? Marnie, you need to find something really pretty, a pretty yarn that you love and make something for yourself. Thank you, Kim. Not as pretty as some of your knit socks. Oh my word. I love those knit socks. Yeah, this is my last row that I want to do. And then I'm going to fasten off and then I'm going to block it overnight. And it's a number one weight. Oh, Tracy, you would love this yarn. Oh, Kim, you would love the yarn too. You guys, it's that Hobby Lobby yarn, that Yarn Bee hand-dyed yarn. That's so pretty. I love those yarns. Mm. And the more I work with this thin yarn, this fine weight. Kim, you and Tracy are both the same way. I love the fact that there are some of us out there that really like working with number one weight yarn. I tell you what, my hands don't hurt. My wrists never hurt when I use it. But when I use 5 weight yarn, oh, I hurt all the time. Oh, Kim, I'm sorry. Bad Petra, bad Petra. Bad Petra, bad Petra. Okay, Kelly, here's what you do. Just keep working on that swatch until it's like 6 foot long. Now you got a scarf. But Marnie's got an extra set of issues too because her space down in the basement is not the most uh, conducive to healthy living, is it? And so it makes it a little bit more tricky, especially when you have health problems and you get so much water in the basement, right, Marnie? None of that is good. You're just having, no, but it's true. It's true. Yeah, I love lightweight yarn. Yeah. I mean, granted, yes, it does take a little bit longer to make the projects, but I think it's worth it. Now, to me, it's like I work with either one weight or three weight. You don't find a whole lot of two weight yarn out there, do you? Oh, no. Marnie, is there a way? I mean, I guess there's no way you could move upstairs and have like your bedroom upstairs so that you're not in the base sleeping in the basement because I'm sure that cannot be good for your health because no telling what is going on down there. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. Oh, Lorley, that was nice. Thank you. Yeah, I love, you know what? I used to be a most avid writer in high school. You know, I would write letters, I would have pen pals, I would write letters all the time. Oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm just thinking about your health. Do you have it? I'm sure you have a dehumidifier down there running all the time, don't you? Came across your Tunisian hooks. Yes, Kim, do something. You have so much talent in that little frame of yours, girlfriend. You're ah, you're putting all of us to shame. Oh, cotton. Oh, I have some cotton fair. That's a two weight. I thought it was a three weight. Interesting. Okay. I can I can make something from that. I've got three balls of cotton fair I'd like to make something with. Bamboo fair. Okay, have you ever, okay, bamboo fair. We were talking about bamboo earlier, Lori, and I was talking about how true boo, as much as I love it, and I have made something with it, but I did not like it for a top that I was making and thinking maybe it was because it was too um the fabric was going to be too close to, you know, like closely crocheted and I didn't like, I mean, it was just terrible trying to work it up. It was splitting all the time. Cotton fair. And that is by Premier, right? Cotton Fairs by Premier. See, because I've never ordered it. I was gifted it. Now, see, yeah, Lori, I have used Kobu and I love Kobu, and but it doesn't split like that Trubu does. I mean, and I love the Trubu because it's so soft and slick and shiny that for some reason I like I said, I tried it. I was gonna make, I think you guys saw, I was gonna make my top, I was gonna make it with these colors in the that Trubu, but it just won't do it. Bamboo, Trubu, Kobu, no boo yarns. Melanie, hi. Wow. Thank you very much. I'll take that any day, girl. It's called Boo Hoo. Kim, did you hear it? It's called Boo Hoo. Oh, guys, did you watch? Did you did you watch Sandy Crochet Canada? She made a zombie. Did you see that? Bye, Tracy. Love you. Thank you for popping in. Have a good night. You want to make the zombie? It was so cute. If you guys haven't seen that, you need to go. That was so, you need to go see Sandy's amigurumi kick thing on her video. That was so stinking cute. Okay, Marnie, let's try to figure out why you've lost it and how you can get it back, okay? So, do you have yarn? I mean, yarn that you love. Do you have a couple skeins of yarn that you really, really love and that you want to use? And then question number 2, do you have a hook that you really love using? All right, guys, we're going to help Marnie get her Crojo back tonight, okay? Let's see if we can't encourage her to figure out how to get back into the swing of things. Someone asked me to make an Ombre Firefly. Just have the dexterity in your fingers, the antenna. You have lots of yarn. Okay, that's not what I asked you, though, Marnie. I said, do you have some yarn that you love? That you love, love, love. Clover's your favorite, Glenda. Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorite hook is the clover. Oh, that sounds gorgeous, Kim. That sounds gorgeous. Yes, pretty yarn and a quick project. Okay, so Marnie, here's my question. When you're looking for at your yarn, I know you made me a beautiful shawl, a purple, and I know it was made with shawl and a ball. And it turned out so beautifully. In fact, I've got a shawl and the ball and a hook at work in my office, and I'm working on that exact, well, not the exact same shawl, but I'm working on a corner to corner shawl, triangle shawl. There you go. Okay, this is going to answer questions here. So, you love Hobby Lobby yarn. You're talking about the I love this yarn, or is there a specific kind of Hobby Lobby yarn that you like? And do you have a favorite hook? Because what we need to do is we need to hook you up. That's a great idea, Kim. Great idea. What size yarn do you like working with, Marnie? If I remember right, I think you said you like working with 4 and 5 weight yarns, if I'm not mistaken. All the clover hooks. Yes, clover hooks are amazing. Okay. What's your favorite color, Marnie? And do you have a Hobby Lobby close by? Oh yeah, I love Karen cakes too. In fact, this I'm making a Tunisian poncho out of Karen cotton cakes. Not cotton cakes, Karen cakes. Karen cake. Oh, that sounds pretty. For sure, for sure, for sure. All right. Judy, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming to my impromptu live. I appreciate it. Have a great evening, hon. Oh, Marty, that sounds pretty. Green and pink combo. That sounds pretty. Okay, and your favorite colors, Marnie? I think, did you say that they were green? Is that your favorite color is green? I can't remember now. I'm trying to think. All right, Glenda, thank you so much for popping in. I love you too. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow on my live at 4:30, okay? I'm going to have a great day tomorrow. Do lots of crocheting. Okay, and that grass green, is that the color of the green that you're is that the color of that yarn that you were just talking about? Is grass green? Well, we need to get you some green yarn. All right. So we need to get you into Hobby Lobby on Monday when they have their sale starting back up for 30% off. Oh, that's sweet. Now, does he have them there because they are an emotional attachment? He has an emotional attachment to them, or what? Why does he still have them there? And it hasn't been that long. It's only been what, a little over a year, right? Okay, here comes the rain. It started raining and it's supposed to rain all night. All night. Oh, Melanie. I'm so sorry. Well, Marnie, that needs to be taken care of because that's a sanitary kind of thing, you know? So, I mean, the items of clothing and stuff I can understand kind of, but what would he say if you went in there and did something? Would he get upset with you if you took care of it? That's so nice, Lou. Sweet. Very sweet. And isn't it wonderful that the Lord brings us all together in one place where, you know, we have things in common that you know, that we can bond over, even if they are sad things, you know? We can find other sisters. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, oh, that's sad. It's very sad, Moni. Yeah, that would be a difficult, very difficult situation. I understand that. Well, let's do one thing at a time. Let's get you hooked up with. Do you have a good pattern that you want to do that you've been wanting to try and you think it's a little bit challenging for you? Because we need to get you started on a pattern and a need to get you some yarn and a pattern. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's he's having a rough time. Is he can he see somebody about, you know, his emotional health? Would he even be willing to go anywhere to talk to somebody? Oh, hi, Tina. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. um, yes, I did wear contact lenses once in a while, but I have dry eyes, and so they just hurt my eyes too much. So yes, yes. There was one that I started to watch, and I just love listening to him. He is so soothing, and like, he's so sweet in his instructions, isn't he? So, okay, here's your assignment, Marnie. You ready? You ready? Okay, so you're going to go pick yourself a shawl pattern from Fiber Spider. And then Monday morning, we're going to get you to Hobby Lobby so you can get the yarn to make it. And if you need help, you let me know. We're going to get you some yarn, okay? Yes, he does have a very beautiful spirit. Tina, that's all right. You don't have to be sorry. I love him. In fact, it was funny when I picked him out. I went to he's become a friend, a good friend now. He owns the Vision Center. It's a where they, you know, you make all the glasses and stuff. And so I go in there and yeah, I go in there and he hooks me up with some glasses. And the funny thing is that I put these on. I mean, I tried on dozens of glasses. This was a year ago, and tried on dozens of glasses. And I put these on, and they just bam, that was me. Yeah. Well, I don't want you to worry about the funds. I'm serious. I want you to go, and we're gonna get you that yarn, okay? Is that his name, Craig? I never knew his name. I always knew him as Fiber Spider. Oh, huh. I've been wearing glasses since, oh goodness, since I was about 45, somewhere in there. And at first I only needed them to read, but um I didn't like I didn't like it because I would have to always, it seemed like I was always having to wear them, and then I had to take them off when I was walking around, and then I had to put them on. And I told my doctor, I said, no, I said, I think I'd like to have glasses that I can keep on all the time. So I've been wearing bifocals now for, oh goodness, 10 years, maybe 20, no, 15, 10 to 15 years. Oh, wow. Yeah. And glasses are very expensive, especially if you need bifocals. I knew that. Like I said, Marnie, don't let that be a hindrance to you, okay? Seriously. I don't want that to be the reason, okay? Yeah. Are we supposed to get another one, Lorley? Because we got a email saying to expect one, and then they're saying, well, we already got it. So I don't know. I thought we were supposed to get another one. All right, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and get off because you know what? I need to go to bed. I'm tired. And besides, look here. I'm done. Now I just need to sew in these little ends right here, and then I'll be done. Really? Oh, good. Have they said how much this one's going to be? Well, then use that one. But listen, Marnie, seriously, I want you to make something for yourself. You know, you need to do something for yourself. And that will help you. That will help you. Definitely. Oh, Penny, that is so sweet. I don't want to take that's an amazing compliment. Thank you. Ah, interesting. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. So it's not going to be like a lump sum like it has been in the past, huh? Let's not get into all of that, Warley, you know. I mean, we could get into some big trouble talking about stuff like that, right? Yeah. Hey, if I had my way, I would be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got some opinions. I got some opinions. Yes, please do. Please do, Marnie. I would love to see that. Oh, Marnie, I wanted to tell you too. And it's a yeah, let's just all stay friends, right? um, now they're expensive, okay? But if you ever want a treat, I don't know if you've seen it, but in Walmart, now I don't know if it's on all Walmarts or if they're like they're trying to test it out or something, but um there's like little I think it's Sarah Lee. Can't remember if it's I think it's Sarah Lee and it's they're keto buns. They're keto buns. And oh neat. That'll be neat. So yeah, let me give me a second. I'm gonna go get it so you can see. So it's a new company, I guess, called Lewis. Lewis. And it's keto bread, keto buns. And there's 17 grams of fiber, 11 grams of protein, and 1 gram net carbs per bun. And I tell you what, this tastes just like, if not better than a regular bun. Oh, you can't tolerate. Okay, let me see here. What does it have in? Water. It says resistant wheat starch and then wheat protein isolate. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, Lorley, no, honey. You were just saying something about, you know, what we were talking about expressing our opinions had been this, it passing the Senate or something. Oh, well, you know what? I've been doing keto now for 3 years. No, it's been 3 years. 3 years, and I've lost 90. You used to be a chunky gal. I used to be a chunky gal. I used to be fluffy, and really fluffy. Hello. You married me, Fluffy. And I lost 90 to, well, it's 90 pounds now. I was 95 pounds. And I've kept it off. No, that's a lie. I gained 5 pounds over Christmas and I haven't been able to get that off, but I haven't really been trying all that much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Oh, Lori, you guys are the best. You guys, love you so much. I really enjoyed chatting with you guys. Thank you for popping in and stopping in, even though it was like kind of like an impromptu thing, and we went for like hours. I've never gone for hours like this, but thank you so much. You guys have a great evening, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Bobby, I'm sorry. Yeah, you missed it. I'll be back tomorrow at 4:30. Okay, bye.